right, court is calling 2019 CR 8173, State of Texas versus Amanda Lawson. Can I have parties announced for the record? For the state,
Jason Jarahan, Your Honor.
defense,
Ray Lopez, Your Honor.
and are you Amanda Lawson?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Amanda Nicole Lawson who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2019 CR 8173 for the offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle on November 14th, 2019 for a period of 4 years and extended for a total of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state,
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 5 in Dirk County, Texas. The defendant Amanda Nicole Lawson, who did in there failed to report the supervision officer as directed for the month of October 2022.
how do you plead to that? True or not true?
Your Honor, we'll waive the remaining violated condition.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Stand that, but I'm in hopes that you'll hear me out.
No, my question is, did you understand that? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5? I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, there's not, Your Honor.
State, what are you requesting?
Revocation, Your Honor.
Defense.
Look, I requesting that she be placed back on probation, and my client would like to testify to give her reasons to report.
All right, if you can raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Your name is Amanda Lawson.
All right, and what would you like to say?
Miss Boyd, because you gave me a second chance 2 years ago, I went to Grace House and I changed my life. I've been sober for 2 years. I was released from Grace House because I had a surgery and I had to go home and take care of my family. I've been doing nothing but going to work and going home. I was scared. I understand that being on the run for 2 years is bad, but I was scared that I was about to lose everything that I just worked really hard for. Because of you, I changed my life, and I'm just hoping that you'll believe in me one more time.
All right, this is your second motion to revoke. And what I do know is that each time when persons appear before me, I ask them if there's anything that the court can do. Do they need anything so that they can be successful? And I know that I tell people, if there is an issue, let your probation officer know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court. So you've been here before. You were placed on probation in 2019. And then you came back in 2021 and you pled true to a violation of condition number 1, which is a new offense. And then the court altered and amended your conditions and continued you. And then now we're here and nobody has seen you since 2022.
I'm scared. I was at home. I was taking care of my family.
Why don't you pick up the phone and call probation?
I was scared. I can't have no excuse for that, Miss Boyd.
Okay.
I was scared to lose everything I've just worked so hard for. My grandma is 75 and my grandpa is 95, and I have my kids back in my life. I have a relationship with them now. I've been sober since Grace House. I haven't worked so hard for something. It would just destroy me to lose it again and start over.
All right. So these are choices you made.
Yes, I understand that.
You made the
fully.
choice not to report.
I understand that. I'm just hoping you'll believe in me one last time.
All right. Any questions?
She said all.
Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right. The court is going to grant the motion. The court is finding you guilty. Does anyone want to speak with regards to punishment? State?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's requesting 16 months state jail.
Yeah, we're requesting the minimum. That's 166 days in. We also have some credit for the time she served and.
All right. So what I can tell you, Ms. Lawson, the state is requesting 16 months.
Okay.
I had internalized everything you said. And actually, what the court was going to do was sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility. But the state is requesting 16 months. So I'm going to sentence you to 16 months in the state jail facility. Give you credit for any time served. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Do you understand? Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, you were given chances. And
I was,
in this court, I don't know how other courts do it, but in this court, it is better to ask for permission than forgiveness. All you had to do was pick up the phone and call your probation officer and say, this is what's going on in my life. And if they did not address it, you know what you could have done? You could have come back to this court, come back to me, and I would have figured out what was going on. But for you to behave as though you were not on probation, that's a problem. You understand?
yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. All right, so where we are now, I'm sorry, before I say where we are, is there anything probation wishes to say?
No, Judge.
All right, let me just tell you where we are now. Where we are now is, do you want to be done with this probation? Are you ready to just move on with your life?
Definitely,
I'm sorry?
definitely.
All right, so there's one or two ways you can move on with your life. The easy way for the court, and the easy way for probation would be for me to send you to prison for 3 years because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So, I mean, we can help you move on with your life that way.
No.
So why are you not doing your drug test?
A drug test?
Yes.
I don't get UAs.
No, you have not submitted to drug testing. You're gonna submit to drug testing today. Do you
Okay.
understand?
My PO hasn't,
Well, I'm telling you, you're gonna submit to drug testing today. If you do not, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Do you understand?
yes, ma'am.
You're gonna restart the BIPP course.
Yes, ma'am.
If you do not complete that, a warrant's gonna be issued for your arrest. Do you understand?
Understood.
Is there anything you do not understand of what's being asked for you?
No, no.
Probation. Is there anything else she needs?
Judge, once the BIPP, her officer is asking that once her BIPP is finished, that she continue with the TAP recommendation. The TAP recommended, dual diagnosis outpatient treatment, monthly drug testing, and AA/NA meetings when necessary.
All right, this is what you're gonna do. There's gonna be a UA today. Just one moment. And what's gonna be the results of that UA?
It will be negative. Or positive, I'm sorry.
And what are you gonna be positive for?
Marijuana.
And what else? All right. So this is why you've been falling off.
You said marijuana and what?
And
Yeah.
meth.
Yes, that's not,
All right, how often are you using?
not often at all.
What does that
I-
mean?
I have really bad anxiety, so I will smoke maybe once in the blue moon.
Okay, meth doesn't help with anxiety.
I know it doesn't.
So
To stay awake, be able to function, but
No, no, no,
it's
no.
not.
my question is, everyone, please whisper. So here's the thing.
Mm.
We are past the point of excuses, right? I am trying to figure out what's going on in your life
Yes, ma'am.
so I can potentially get the help you need
Yes,
so you won't be going to prison.
Yes, ma'am.
So there's no excuse for using meth. You
No,
understand? So my question to you is, how often are you using?
not really. I just did it maybe 2 or 3 days ago, and marijuana, I do use it frequently.
All right, so your meth, that hasn't been 2 or 3 days ago, because if it was 2, 3 days ago, you wouldn't end up being positive for it.
I'm not too sure if it comes out of your system or not. That's why I was being honest.
And what are the ages of your children?
17 and 7.
And where are they right now?
They're at home with my brother. He's watching them.
Is Child Protective Services in your life? Have they ever been in your life?
I've never had an issue.
And who else is available to watch your children other than your brother?
I know.
All right, is your mom in the home?
Yes, ma'am.
So why didn't you lead with that?
My mom works with CPS Energy, so sometimes she works from home and sometimes she has to go to the office. So today she had to go to the office.
All right, there's gonna be a UA today. And you're gonna do that UA by what time, probation?
3 o'clock, Judge.
All right, by 3 p.m. I'm gonna want her tested for levels. And what else are you doing or not doing with your life?
No,
How do you spend your day?
I'm currently working.
All right,
And when I'm off, I'm with my son right now. That summer, my daughter has a job, so my daughter works. So it's just me and my 7-year-old.
oh, and is your daughter the 17-year-old?
Yes.
And who all lives in the house?
My mom, my dad, myself, my children, and my brother.
All right, so probation, I'm gonna want a field visit. One time per month. For 3 months. She is going to do intensive outpatient treatment with probation, and that'll be the dual diagnosis. And probation, do you think a referral to felony drug court would help her or no? Or is that too quick?
It wouldn't hurt, Judge.
All right, so we're gonna do a referral to felony drug court. And let me just tell you, felony drug court is a difficult program, but they'll be able to help you with all the issues that you have. You have a mental health issue, they'll be able to help you with that. The BIPP course that you're supposed to be doing and the parenting classes that I'm gonna order for you, they're gonna help you with that. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you need to go over there and be 100% honest with them.
Yes.
And if you miss your appointment with them, a warrant could be issued for your arrest. Do you understand?
I understand.
So we're gonna do a referral to felony drug court. We're gonna do 120 sober meetings in 120 days. And she's gonna restart BIPP. And I'm gonna order parenting classes. And once you complete those parenting classes, her community service hours will be deemed satisfied.
Yes, Judge.
How far did you go in school?
12th grade, I wasn't able to graduate because I wasn't able to pass my tax test at the time. My
Okay,
science and math.
all right. So what do you want to do with the rest of your life as far as employment wise? What's your dream job?
To supervise where I used to.
I'm sorry, what?
To supervise where I used to.
Okay, supervise where?
Loan companies. Broadway Finance, Midwest Finance, and loan. I used to work in field collections.
All right, so what are you doing to make yourself indispensable to somebody who needs you in finance?
Unfortunately, I can't get a job anymore for my family.
Okay, what did she say?
Unfortunately, she can't get a job anymore because of her felony
With that field,
with that field.
All right, so then what's plan B? You got to have a plan A, a plan B, a C, and sometimes a D and an E. So what's your second plan?
go to customer service. That's what I know. Right now, I manage a laundromat.
Okay. All right. So are you taking any classes? They sometimes at the college they give free classes or they give classes with minimum fees to help people who are trying to improve themselves in their business. Because at some point, there are some occupations that I think are going to be done away with because of computers.
Mhm.
For example, when I was growing up, they used to have full service at the gas station. Somebody would come out, pump your gas, and you didn't even have to pay extra. They would clean your windows, they would check your oil, tap it off if it needed to be tapped off. Then they stopped doing that. And now at the grocery stores, they're doing all that self-checkout to eliminate cashiers.
Mhm.
So you need to figure out if where you work, if for some point in time they were to say, you know what, we don't need anybody working here. All we need is somebody to get the money from the machines. You need to figure out how can you make yourself indispensable. In the words of Briscoe County Jr., you need to figure out what the coming thing is and be prepared for the coming thing. Okay. So probation, anything else she needs?
No, Judge.
All right. So here's the thing. You're on probation. You're on probation and you're looking at 3 years in prison if you don't successfully complete it. And if you end up going for to prison for 3 years, guess what? Your 7-year-old is either going to be either going to be 10 or either going to be 11,
Mhm.
and your 17-year-old will be 20. Those are formative years that you will have missed. You're going to need to be clean and sober. If you have mental health issues, we're here to help you with that. Do you understand? And don't come to court positive. But I appreciate your honesty. But don't walk into a court positive when you're here for a compliance hearing. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So they're going to do a referral for you for felony drug court. You let felony drug court know that you want to be in the program. It's hard, but if you successfully complete it and you really work that program, you're going to see great benefits and you're going to see great improvements in your life. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If you need anything else, you can always come back to the court if you feel as though probation is not addressing it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So just have a seat. Probation is going to go over those conditions with you. And if you ever feel like using, pick up the phone. This is the court where I encourage people. If you feel like you're going to use, pick up the phone, call your probation officer and say, I think I'm going to use. And you know what they're going to tell you? All right, we're going to get you into a sober support meeting, or we're going to do this. The number one thing is not going to be, we're going to file a motion to revoke, because I want you to be clean and sober and healthy. And I want you to successfully complete this. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.